Welcome to the Waterwheel Classic in Shelby, North Carolina for round 12 of the MidEast Racing Amateur Bike season. The track this morning is dry and dusty through the 6.5 miles of woods and dirt track. Your top overall riders are back and ready to fight for another podium today, with Gavin Guthrie, David James, Patrick Tobin, Mac Reed, and many more looking to get their spot on the box. Next up, we're going to track some of the riders on the edge of locking their season's championship for their respective classes. There are quite a few in this race, so we'll quickly go through them. Patrick Tobin and A Masters, Mitchell Hampton and Golden Master, Greg Looney and B Super Senior, and Laney Staley and Women's Novice can all lock their championships by completing a single lap. Joey Nelson and B Masters need to finish in at least 5th place. Gavin Guthrie and C4 Stroke Light needs to finish in at least 13th place. CJ Center and C4 Stroke Heavy needs to finish in at least 5th. And Mason Radcliffe and Schoolboy Novice needs to finish in at least 5th as well.
I know it's a consolation, but today you at least lock up your class championship.
If I make it past the finish line, right?
Oh, come on, we know you're doing that.
You can't count the chickens before they hatch.
How's the race going to be today? You pumped for the track?
I am. The boys said it was good. They said it was good in the woods and smooth and all this other stuff. I guess we'll just see in time.
Yeah, good luck today, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How you doing today, man?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I think today's going to be a good day for you.
I hope so.
Lock up a championship.
I'm hoping to.
Okay, well, good luck today.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Absolutely. How you feeling about today's race?
Nervous. Those tires are going to get me.
All you got to do is bring it home safe and you'll be good to go.
And I'm good. As long as I win today, I'm good.
Absolutely. Have a good race today. Good luck. For today, man.
Pretty good.
You know what today is?
Race day.
Hopefully the day you become a champion.
Hey, that's right. I'll take that.
Hey, good luck today, man.
Yeah, man.
How you doing today?
Great. How are you?
Good. You know what today is?
Huh?
Do you know what today is?
The 16th of October.
Hopefully the day you become a champion.
That's right. Oh, okay. Can I clinch it today?
You can.
Okay. I didn't know. I know I'd won several of them, so I figured I could be close.
Heck yeah. Well, good luck today. Wish you the best.
Thank you.
All eyes on Ricky Tower as the call goes out for 10 seconds.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the comeback? Yeah. Are you ready for the comeback? Ready for whatever. We gon' have to show 'em something, man. Let me see them hands up. All the way front back. You don't understand that I'm doing what you can with no cap. This is the return of the one. Got the weight of the world on them, yeah, they're too strong. I might have been down, not out. It's on sight, you gon' figure that out. And I might have been down, not out. Only one thing I gotta know now is, are you ready for the comeback? Are you ready for the comeback? You know we don't love that. Let me see them hands up all the way front back. Yeah, this the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
As green flag goes up, the first row takes off with David James getting an early jump through the first 2 corners to take the whole shot, with Scott Harwell in a close 2nd place. Patrick Tobin managed to get off the line in 5th place overall, but is 1st place in his class as they round the corners. Gavin Guthrie would get a great jump off the line, taking the whole shot in his class as well. The top 4 riders would run hard through the first lap, with David James crossing the line in 1st place physically. However, Gavin Guthrie would be in a time-adjusted lead by 17 seconds. Mac Reed, Jonathan Davis, and Patrick Tobin would hold the top 5. On the first lap, Scott Harwell ended up getting in a wreck on the flat track section. Patrick Tobin held up traffic to help him get off the track before continuing on, costing himself some precious time to help out his friend. Mitchell Hampton got a good start, crossing the whole shot line in 4th place, but would move up into 2nd place behind Robert Allison by the end of the first lap. Greg Looney and Joey Nelson took off quickly, with Greg taking the whole shot. Both riders started out leading their classes. Greg Looney ended up in a tight battle with Raymond Curtis with just 6 seconds behind him by the end of the first lap. Joey Nelson would drop back into 4th place, looking to get past Keith O'Toole, Randy Wogg, and Todd Little. CJ Center started out side by side with Dylan Johnson, losing the lead through the 2nd corner in the whole shot. CJ would come back to take the lead, however, and would lead the first lap by just a half second. Mason Radcliffe flew out the gate, taking a solid lead in the first 2 corners to grab the whole shot by a couple of bike lengths. He would keep that lead through the first lap, putting nearly a 4-minute gap between himself and Dusty Miller. Laney Shatley gets rolling early, taking the lead uncontested in the whole shot. She would pat onto that lead and pull away by 4 minutes by the end of the first lap. Through the middle laps of the 7-lap race, David James continued to push back and forth with Mac Reed for the lead of their class. Patrick Tobin held a solid lead in A Masters, pulling over a 6-minute lead to the next rider going into the last lap. However, he was trying to chase down David James. Jonathan Davis and Mac Reed would both end up with punctures on lap 5, ruining their chances of a podium. However, all the riders were looking at the backside of Gavin Guthrie as he was pushing nearly a 2-minute lead going into the last lap, holding a 9-minute lead on his class of C4-stroke lights. Scott Harwell unfortunately crashed out on the first lap, forcing him to retire early. Mitchell Hampton moved up into the lead in Golden Masters, but was still under pressure from Robert Allison, who was less than 20 seconds behind. Greg Looney fell back by over a minute behind Raymond Curtis in the B Super Senior class, but would bring it back to just over a second going into the 6th lap. Joey Nelson ended up in a battle for the lead with Todd Little in B Masters. Joey would lose out on lap 3 and fall behind by more than 3 minutes going into the last lap. CJ Center continued to hold a commanding lead in the C4-stroke heavy class with nearly a minute and a half lead over his whole class. He was looking at a top 10 finish overall today. Mason Radcliffe also continued to hold his lead in Schoolboy Novice, growing the gap to 3.5 minutes as he saw the white flag. Laney Shatley was guaranteed to hold her lead in the women's novice class, with both Crystal Stevens and Madison Vaughn retiring early on the first lap. Jumping the tabletop and bringing out the checkered flag came Gavin Guthrie ahead of David James and Patrick Tobin, securing his win on the day and C4-stroke light championship as well. David James finished just over 2 minutes behind with time adjustment, and then came Patrick Tobin to round out your podium. He would also be securing his season championship in the A Masters class. Mitchell Hampton lost the lead to Robert Allison in the Golden Masters, taking second place by just under 2 seconds. However, he would still secure his championship. Greg Looney moved up to take the lead for B Super Senior on lap 6 and was the only rider in the class to run a 7th lap, securing his championship as well. Joey Nelson continued to hold on to second place in B Masters, falling a little further behind on Todd Little, but he was still able to secure the championship. CJ Center dominated the C4-stroke heavy class to the checkered flag, putting over a minute and a half gap back to the next rider, securing the championship on the season as well. Mason Ratcliffe continued to hold on to the lead in the Schoolboy Novice class, being the only rider to complete 7 laps, also securing his championship. And finally, Laney Shatley took her win of the championship in the Women's Novice class, being the only rider to complete more than 1 lap. Next up is the Wooded Shootout at Airport in Hickory, North Carolina. Will Gavin Guthrie secure another win, or will David James and Patrick Tobin try to dethrone him? Who should we cover next time? Let us know down in the comment section below. We'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.